Hello there, everyone. Welcome to episode 7 here on Oxyotl. And what we gotta do? We're attacking Krog. Well, basically, this is a Visions mission, and they are just back to my own place, my own location. So I gotta fight them out, and I have to take... this is an idea like... The closest example I can remember is what the army calls the army drill of moving obliquely, right? Diagonally. So I'm far away from those horsemen, and I'm very close to these ones, so that I can fight half of their army really fast. And that's the whole purpose. And then I have my Bastiladons back then that I showed you with the arrow. They will intercept the other chariots. So basically, this is a way of you dealing with, you know, cavalry units or chariots without having your own cavalry, you know, and without having spears. How do you deal with those? Well, your skirmishers can do it. You're going to take some casualties, of course, sure, but the AI will likely overextend, and that's what you want to do. You know, he's going to overextend. These units cannot fight once they reach my lines, and the reason why they're trying to reach my lines is because everything has stock. So it's just, it works so well. You know, the army composition doesn't feel anti-large, but it has a lot of potential for anti-large, because the enemy, once they find my units, they are not going to charge immediately. Many times the AI will go, oh, I have to get out of here, you know? So that's how it works. I don't lose a unit of chameleon skinks. It's halfway health. I have heals, so that's the plan here, okay? And yeah, most of the chariots are already very low on health. Most of the cavalry units are already getting very low as well. And they're even having to charge in because he's trying to get to the chameleon skinks, which have now, you know, withdrawn to a safer position. He's still coming in with the ice wolves. But yeah, that's it. Stay in place so that my guys can kill you. But yeah, that Ice Wolf's chariot, by the way, that's the second one, because they already arrived. So the first one was already destroyed. And we have just a Manticore here. That's the only last unit that I couldn't focus, because of course there's so many things to focus, and that's the big problem. If you have too much stuff to focus fire, then you have a problem. But still, he's going after the Troglodon. Really bad target. Troglodon can deal with the Manticore even alone, let alone with fire from the from the chameleon skinks. So overall, skinks, yes, they can handle these chaos, these marauders of chaos, that's for sure. They can handle them, and soon, rather than later, they're gonna all be routing. And I'm enveloping them completely. It's not noticeable sometimes by the banners, but they're completely enveloped, and that's why, you know, they run away. One key element to this is notice that how everyone is a little bit damaged. This is something that I always recommend. Make sure that everyone, the enemy, is damaged. By the way, these guys must be broken because they always get twice the value. So that should be balanced. The slow death effect, it's way too much. It's way too much. It drains way too much. I mean, there's no way. They are all firing at the same time, so one has 32, 17, 178. It's broken. But, well, let's have some broken things. It's fine. It's fine. It's just... I know who to send against any lords or heroes. It's gonna be that guy, that unit. So I got some Regiment of Renown, which is perfect. I don't have any specific compositions for them yet, but that means they are just in reserve in case I need to quickly sum up an army. Let's auto-resolve this one. We already fought those guys. Oh, the Book of Assure. That's nice. I didn't know that these guys also got it. So yeah, definitely getting some items here. And I'm gonna have to merge some stuff. So this War Drum is nice. And this is also nice, but I'm pretty sure that I can get something better, you know, with these. Yeah, I can get a Crown of Command, which I already have another one, so let's fuse that, yeah. And the other trick's the Shard. Much better, see? So this is something like I agree with how CA has done things in the items. I'm very happy about it because it's better to have fewer items that are actually meaningful or that you can fuse and get a meaningful idea than getting way too many items and you go like, oh, please, you know, what we're gonna do. Okay, a giant blade. Casualty replenishment rate, that also helps. Great Plan Archivist. Yep, there we go. Let's go into the skills. There's some skills to set up. Let's get evasion. As soon as possible, I always like to get to the evasion part so that I can have the other options, even if I'm not selecting them. Evasion already gives you some nice bonuses. So, okay, I have all the bonuses from Oxyotl, the main ones on the top, and now I'm going to pursue the blue line, okay, especially because of the upkeep issues that I've been having. Okay, I'm going to wait a turn in the Star Tower just to give it some control. And overall, yes, that's what I wanted. And I'm going to get the Secret Croxigos. And at this point, I actually completely forgot that I need the armory. The Lizardmen are the last of the... Oh, I have an armory and I need that for specific units, which is... It's so silly. It's just so silly. I mean, previously it made sense, but now it doesn't. So I want that building. If I didn't give you the time, it's the one that allows you to have yet another place to return to as Oxyotl. So you always can return to your home base, which is always perfect. That's why I'm not even conquering, and that's something. That's why I'm not going full hands-on against Tzeentch. And I would advise you to do that as well. Because you always can return to your home base, and you want that to be a tactical advantage. You don't want that to be obsolete by turn 20, you know? So conquering other places and trying to make footholds in other places, it's difficult, but it's something that I really like to do, to embrace the style, let's say, of Oxyotl, of having just like small outposts everywhere, you know? And I don't even use all the sanctums available to me, you know? I just want to make sure, yeah, I can get these places. But one that they want to get is just to get some upkeep reduction. And this is something that I'm going to, you know, I'm starting with a casualty replenishment rate and vigor. And then I'm going to think, well, whenever Oxyotl transports back, I always want him to reduce the upkeep, you know? So I have to fight this one again because basically I would lose way too many units, and I know that I can survive with most. Okay, sorry about that. I was yawning. Yes, I was, because it's 10 a.m. where I am. So basically just a front line of skirmishers. They're going to try and hit on the sides whatever targets they can find. And then a secondary line is the main front line, which is the Saurus. And then on the backs I had the Javelin cohorts and the Red Crested Skinks to ensure that I can reinforce any location. Oh, that's a lot of firepower. That's a lot of firepower. I'm glad these guys have a little bit of resistance and dodge ability, let's say, because they really... And that's the thing about Chameleon Skinks. Typically, if you have archer units, you can deal with the other enemy archer units, but Chameleon Skinks or even Skink Skirmishers, they're hard to deal with archer units. They are kind of obstructed there. You have to pay attention to those markers, and I think in the battle I did pay attention to it. But it's difficult sometimes. So I know that I sent the Saurus against the pinks, and the blues were just attacking me, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll just attack blues. There we go. And Saurus fighting is just... I mean, these guys are super agile. They seem like very... slow, maybe cumbersome, but these are lizards, man. These guys really, really, really agile, actually. And here's the ROR unit. Remember, it gives anyone, it has some charges to give anyone a lot of missile resistance, and I give it overall. That's why his pinks are not doing as much damage as they could, you know? So, one Awakening of the Wood, just to reduce some of the numbers there. And overall, now you can see the full battle. It's going really well. You can see that most of the enemy is dropping down heavily. I'm controlling both flanks. You always have to check, like, make a division of, let's say, 3 battle lines. And you gotta check flank, left flank, center, and right flank, and see where you need some assistance. And that's where you distribute your lords and heroes, which are the fastest units and the most provoking ones, let's say the most impactful ones, to quickly shift the balance of power in that area. Okay, even in small battles like this, it's always important to maintain active, you know. It's amazing that the pinks are almost the size of the Saurus, and we don't even realize it. I mean, these guys, just because they're pink doesn't mean that they're not threatening. They're really threatening. So right now, the lords, the enemy lord and the enemy hero are the ones that are keeping me from having, forcing the enemy to army losses, because they're still quite full. So I'm starting to attack them just to make sure that they start losing some of the health. And that will be it. I think as soon as I start hitting that Exalted Hero, that's where I'm gonna do it. That's a nice big fire. It destroyed some of my units almost. One of my units almost entirely. It's very low on health. This one is also very low on health. I have to heal them up. One thing that I always do after every single battle. Yeah, notice, as soon as I started hitting that Exalted Hero, they rout. But one thing that I do after every single battle with Lure of Life is that I instead of pursuing, I let the enemy go, especially where they're always going to die no matter what, and then I keep healing up every single unit that was damaged as much as I can. This is a decisive victory, even if I wasn't there. So that's the point of the auto-resolve. That should be the point, you know. So again, we have some beastman problems. Let me get some of that. Yeah, some good income. Let's get some growth. That's nice. And I likely will have to fight against those beastmen and take care of them. I already decided kind of like the army for this guy. I don't know if I had already showed them, but it's basically Saurus warriors, because there's a lot of blessed units. So the Saurus blessed units, the Skirmishers, and then I'm gonna get a few dinos, or in this case I think I'm gonna get the horned ones. So I'm gonna make a small hammer and anvil, very fast, very cheap, let's say, army, because it's just Saurus and some Skirmishers. I'm searching for what hero gives a steel stack, because I really want to do that. Lizardman is one that needs it. Oh, where can I see it? I can't see it here. Oh, I wanted to see the abilities that they have. Well, I have the heroes, so might as well just see it in the... yeah, might as well just see it in the menu. So let me check on the skills, and you have assault units, you have steel technology. Okay, so I need a skink priest to go around and steal some techs, or whenever I have my skink priest available, I'll just send them in, steal the tech, and then continue under. I think he's under Oxyotl actually. Yeah, this part was a mistake. What I should have gone is the upkeep reduction. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go here to this battle. Oh, it doesn't even have a battle. Oh, but that's nice. The wax sealed rations. It's always really cool. It gives me the reduced upkeep, so that's always excellent. I'm gonna conquer there, and I'm gonna see if I go over to the Awakening, because he only has one settlement. And that's something that I always love to do, which is to try and take out enemies, you know, one by one, factions, if I can. And with Oxyotl, you can kind of go in, shift the favor into the other ones, you know. I was thinking I might as well just take some gold from those guys before they die, honestly. But maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. Yeah, what do we have? Do I want it to already attack here? No, I don't want to already attack here. I want to check, precisely, I want to check the buildings here, because I know that I had one. I was thinking of putting a sanctum here on the Demon's Gate, so that it would be better. I really wanted the visibility over adjacent regions, but I think I can hold on to that. We'll likely have to fight over here against this. I hate that they have already a second army, because that just means that I cannot just, you know, attack them, end them in a turn, and it will take a few turns, but I guess that's fine. So skipping a turn, let's go for the blood swamps. There we go. Yeah, I was so wrong going with this building here. I should have gone immediately with the upkeep one, so that I could get, you know, more buildings going. I need the scrying pool for this, okay? It's going to be on a minor settlement if I can get it. It does give me some research rate and other nice bonuses, so it's kind of fine. Can't be here, unfortunately, but let's just get some control, because this is going to cause me some control issues. There we go. Mainly because of the raiding, by the way, from the Beastmen. So I gotta get rid of the Beastmen army very, very, very soon. And I think that's gonna be with Kamotor, yeah. Yeah, that's 4 Cygors. But yeah, that's gonna be on the next episode, that's for sure. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.